Welcome back to the earliest reviews. Today's review is focused on 2021's movie entitled The Mad Woman's Ball. And the official synopsis of The Mad Woman's Ball is a woman who is unfairly institutionalized at a Paris asylum plots to escape with the help of one of the head nurses. And before I give up my review, please like and subscribe and comment and tell me what I should review next. And I would say when it comes with this movie, it was a good movie, but also at the same time, it was very dark, disturbing, and sad. And no more talk, here is my movie review. I would say the first thing that I enjoyed about this movie were the characters, as I felt like the main characters and even some of the side characters in this movie, they were all different. They all had a different story to tell, and they were either morally good, morally bad, or someone who is deeply traumatized due to being a patient at the asylum. Ludi Lodge as Eugenie Clary, her character in this movie was absolutely good. I enjoyed her performance in this movie, as Eugenie is someone who believes that she can talk to spirits, who believes that she can talk to the dead. And once her father has her unfairly committed at a Paris asylum, Eugenie's life is turned upside down because of the things that she is forced to experience, forced to endure with his horrible treatments. And despite all of that, she never gives up with what she believes in. She never gives up the fact that she can talk to spirits and she can talk to the dead. And I felt like her character in this movie was absolutely great. Melanie Laurent as Genevieve, she is the head nurse at the asylum, and Melanie Laurent was actually the director of this movie. And she did a good job with the directing of this movie, and also her character as well was very interesting. Genevieve has been the head nurse at the asylum for a long time now. She writes to her dead sister, and she believes in the spirits as well. It does take quite a while before Genevieve actually starts to believe Eugenie when it comes to talking to spirits, but the moments beforehand does a good job of just building things up between the two characters. I did like many of the other characters. They were all different. They all had a story to tell, and many of the stories were absolutely sad and tragic. Another thing that I enjoyed about this movie was the story itself, as the story does not shy away from the dark tones that the asylum carries, but it also just tells the stories of many of the side characters who are suffering from many different illnesses, diseases, or just things that they cannot control. And the treatments that many of the patients were forced to endure in this movie, such as bloodletting, hydrotherapy, solitary confinement, was absolutely awful. Like, I don't understand what was going through the minds of doctors in the 19th century that believed that some of these treatments could actually help out the patients, because I don't think it helped out the patients at all. I think it just made them worse off than what they were before. The cinematography in this movie was done really well, as with how many of the scenes looked and everything. Like, it wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. It was only there when it was necessarily needed. And also the music in this movie, it was good, as whenever things are about to happen, like the music in the background, it just helped make the scene a lot better. And when it comes to some of the things that I did not enjoy about this movie, I really did not have a lot of negatives about this movie. I would say some of the things that I did not like about this movie and wish that this movie had was that I did wish that both of the main characters had a happier ending. And I think that when it came to the ending, I felt like both characters were at peace with what happens. I wish that both of them were able to like be together as friends out in the world as free women. I guess it was realistic as well. Like one person could be free, but at the same time, another person had to pay the price for things that happened. But I would say, despite that very small negative nitpick that I had with this movie, I actually did enjoy this movie a lot. It was dark, gritty, sad at many points of the movie. Many of the characters is you feel sorry for many of the characters when they came with this movie. But out of all, how I would rate the Mad Women's Ball out of 5 stars, I would probably rate the Mad Women's Ball maybe 3.5 stars out of 5. So I would say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. And until next time, everybody, goodbye.